Welcome back to health class. We're teaching health by any means, by all means. I'm your virtual health specialist, and today I have a very special guest joining us, former health and PE teacher, instructional technology specialist, virtual specialist and content creator, school technology coordinator, and my guest host, Dwayne Johnson. Expert on engaging students using the latest resources available to facilitate active learning. Thank you, Dwayne. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me. Now, remember, my role has changed slightly from using resources myself and learning these resources on my own to actually training and teaching teachers how to find and use these resources in their instruction. So kind of different, but not different, if that makes sense.
Makes sense. And, you've helped me a lot. So I know you're awesome. And so today we're talking about research-based instructional strategies to engage students in active learning and the tools and resources available to engage these students and facilitate the acquisition of key knowledge and skills. Can you please tell us about some of the latest resources available that teachers can use to challenge and support student learning?
Well, first of all, there are an abundance of resources available, especially now since the pandemic. Before there were lots. There were millions. Now, post kind of moving out of the pandemic, now we're getting into the probably trillions of resources that are available. So people have had a lot of time to not only be at home with digital learning, but hybrid learning as well. And they've had time to create a lot of content. We're going into our third summer in a pandemic. So if you can imagine what teachers are doing in their spare time, they're always teaching, they're always learning, they're always doing research, and they're always trying to find the newest and greatest to be able to help their students. So with that being said, one of my favorite resources, and I've learned about this resource probably about 3 years ago, which is Wiser. So Wiser is a digital worksheet heaven. So we've all been guilty of it, right? Have you ever used a worksheet in class? I dare any teacher to say no, right? We've all been guilty of it. But Wiser gives you the opportunity to make your worksheets interactive. And when I say interactive, I really mean interactive. You can do almost anything with these interactive worksheets. And not only are you creating this content as your own instructional designer for your own class, but it is subject based. So it's not limited to the math, science, social studies, language arts. So you can get into, health topics, there's some of the arts and so forth. So I really love this resource. And just to give you a background on it, it is wiser.me. They're growing. Again, wiser, wizer.me. Now they are growing to the point where they're kind of going toward app-based software. So that new website, and this is recent, has changed to app.wizer.me. So app.wizer.me. So when I first heard it, I had the luxury of hearing another teacher talk about Wizer. And in talking about Wizer, they mentioned the name, and I'm like, Wizer. And I'm trying to do research. I'm trying to look it up. I'm trying to, Google it. And I kept putting in the S. So it is a Z, folks. Wizer with a Z. All right. So that's how you can find it if you want to Google it. So not to spend too much time with too much background on it. So we're creating digital worksheets. We're sharing digital worksheets. Not only we're sharing the digital worksheets, we're sharing the answers. So you'll get answer keys with these. Students will be able to take these quizzes or assessments, and you're gonna get real time results from the student taking that exam or quiz or exit ticket or however you want to use this in your class. So to get started, there is a free version. Of course, there's also a paid version that will give you a lot more access. But right now, we're just going to mainly work with the free version. So I'm going to share my screen.
We like free. Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm going to share it. So as you can see, here's Wiser. You see the banner here, creating digital worksheets, publish, grow, learn together. It's like a teacher's creator marketplace is what they like to call it. Makes the world wiser. All right, so this is my go-to tool here. So if we go in, we can actually join now. So notice I click the join now button, and I'm gonna select that I am a teacher, of course. And you do get a free account. Joining Wiser as a teacher, you can connect through Google, Edmodo, Microsoft, whatever your district uses. I know that every district is different. Just so happen here, I'm with the Microsoft district, so to speak. So I'm going to use connecting with Microsoft. Okay, it's totally up to you. A lot of districts are giving Google accounts and Microsoft accounts. My preference just is Microsoft if I'm going to be using students. All right, so I'm going to connect with Microsoft. And notice here it's already trying to sign me in. So here I have my email address in. If you've authenticated with your school device, this information is probably already saved in. So that's the great thing about it. You don't have to go out and create an account. You're already there. So with me being the extra secure person that I am, you see my approved sign-in request. So I have to go to the Authenticator app on my Android phone. Love Android. So I'm going to go to the Authenticator. It's just that quick and easy. Clicked on it, and I approve the sign-in. Okay, so notice, boom, I'm in. All right, so I'm going to consent. Permissions here. Notice it's not published by Microsoft or your organization. So it's just giving basic profile information. All right. And we're in Wiser. You've officially created your own account that quick. So notice here, you can keyword search any type of interactive worksheet that you want to look for. In this case, me being the health teacher. I'm going to go in to my search bar here. I always look for the search bar. Any resource that I have, I always want to test it out with a good search. So here, the respiratory system came to mind, and I didn't even have to press enter. It started keyword searching as soon as I started typing some letters that are familiar to the system. All right, so respiratory system gave me some hits. So here, I love YouTube. So that YouTube video just stood out to me. Kelly Hollis looks like is a publisher. So I'm going to click on this resource. Looks like something that I'd love to use. Here, talking about the respiratory system, there's, 13.4 thousand users, which is pretty awesome. So here I can copy the worksheet. I'm going to look at the resources first, of course. There's a YouTube video. You always want to play those YouTube videos to make sure they do play and are compatible with your system or device that you're using. We're going to go down here, and once, of course, this is looks like the type that you watch a video and then do an interactive chart. All right, so pretty cool resource here. So as you see those live dots here, or where you can actually match up, it's like a matching little assessment here on the respiratory system. So all pretty cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
So here, if I click copy worksheet, it is going to create me a copy. If you're one of those old love Google type of teachers, this probably is right up your alley. And just like in the Google Drive, you can copy resources and create a copy for yourself, right? And not disturb the original format. Okay, so get to know your worksheet creator. All right, so we're going to go to Let's Go. All right. It's going to give you a little tutorial, especially the first time in here, of what to do next and giving you great explanations of what everything means, what every button does, which is pretty cool. All right, so it's kind of giving me a tour. Worksheet themes. I can specify a title. So if I like to, since I created a copy, I can say respiratory system. And I just changed and made it my own, right? So I put a
Yeah.
little twist to it. So as you can see, I'm editing this. Okay, I'm going to click on that YouTube video. It is actually playing. I do not have my audio included.
I think about concurrent teaching and how awesome this is, especially since for me, concurrent teaching, I want my face-to-face students and virtual students to have the closest to identical experience as possible. I love to have them do projects together at the same time. You're doing your part and we're putting our parts together, or we're virtually working as a group, or, in the event that your work is asynchronous, you're really getting this independent activity to do where everyone's doing the same thing. Thank, thanks for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
Just thank you for being there. Thank you for listening today. And remember to continue to educate and to be that health teacher for yourself, your family, your friends, and for everyone around you. And we appreciate you.
Health classes for everybody. Thanks for joining us. Y'all remember out there, if you don't have your health, you don't have your life. Thank you.